Well, the National Super Alliance, NASA, is readying for a major announcement on Saturday this week. The announcement was meant to be made today, but NASA leader Raila Odinga failed to return from Zanzibar on time. Raila jetted back to the country last night after being away for 4 days. The opposition coalition maintains it shall not recognize President Uhuru Kenyatta's presidency. Well, our political affairs reporter Murimi Mwangi is live for us from our city centre studios. It has been a much-awaited return, Murimi, for Raila Odinga back in the country. Another major announcement again to be expected from the opposition. It has now been scheduled to Saturday this week. That is just a few days from the swearing in or the inauguration of President Uhuru Kenyatta. What are the expectations for the country in this major announcement?
Good morning, Michelle. Well, that being 3 days to the Tuesday swearing in of President Uhuru Kenyatta for his second and final presidential term, it is widely expected that whatever statement Mr. Raila Odinga will be making on Saturday will shape the political discourse for the National Super Alliance going forward. Remember, the opposition has insisted that they not only do not recognize the Monday Supreme Court verdict that upheld President Uhuru Kenyatta's win, but they also do not recognize the October 26th repeat presidential poll. There has been much talk and debate about the options of the opposition coalition going forward. I was with the National Assembly minority leader just yesterday in the National Assembly, Mr. John Mbadi, and he declined to disclose what the statement will be on Saturday. But of course, the speculation has been out there about these options. There has been the product boycott, which to some extent has been meant to convince the ruling coalition to, get into talk with the opposition, seize their hardline stance that has been witnessed in the past. But remember, President Uhuru Kenyatta has been categorical that he will not sit for dialogue until all the constitutional procedures have been disposed of. That, of course, was to do with the window for a petition at the Supreme Court, which was closed on Monday with the verdict upholding his win, and the Tuesday swearing in, which constitutionally had to happen 7 days, the first Tuesday after 7 days from the date of the verdict, that date being Tuesday next week. It will be interesting to see if he's going to reach out to the opposition side and try to seek a compromise. But the question is what the compromise will be, because both sides have said they are disinterested in another power sharing formula like happened in the aftermath of the disputed 2007 post-poll chaos. But also another option perhaps that the opposition might be looking at could be the separate push for constitutional reforms before the 2022 elections. That has been a push that has been fronted by sections of the civil society and the church, that being a suggestion to revert to a parliamentary system of government. Reaching out to the opposition side, there has been suggestions even from there about reverting to a parliamentary system with a reduction in the number of counties to have federal states, a certain number, and of course to have 2 senior positions in the executive, a prime minister and a president and 2 deputies. All these suggestions are out there. Whether this will be part of the major statement to be made on Saturday is a wait-and-see affair, because the opposition has said for them they do not recognize the presidency of President Uhuru Kenyatta in his second term, even as the swearing-in happens on Tuesday. Michelle.
All right, many thanks, Murimi Mwangi there. We'll be keeping an eye on the political situation in the country. He is joining us live from our city centre studios.